When I interviewed Professor Stephen Hawking,
Yes.
about a year before he died, one of the last interviews he ever did, and I asked him, if you knew the world was about to end, what would you do? And he said he'd have a picnic with champagne and his family, but he would listen to Wagner. He loved Wagner. If you knew the world was about to end tomorrow, what music would you listen to?
Good question. The Bach St Matthew Passion. There you are.
Why?
Can you sing it for us?
I can sing bits of it for you. It's a lovely Bach aria. Bass aria, I mean. I think, because it just is so all-encompassing. There was, in fact, I remember after 9/11, somebody on Channel 4 did the most, it was incredibly moving, a sort of montage of what happened on the day of 9/11, set to the final chorus of the Bach St Matthew Passion. And it is just one of those pieces that puts you through the ringer, but somehow brings you out thinking there's something. It was all worth it.
I'm a Chopin man. I like when it's a sunny day and I'm lying in the hammock in LA or something. I like to put a bit of Chopin on, like loud Chopin.
That's nice. Piano, obviously.
Yes.
Just
his piano.
Yeah.
But I find it incredibly soothing.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, there's so much majesty in classical music. I mean, you know, it's something that I think people, certainly listeners of Classic FM, because I'm a presenter, along with Sean.
Yeah,
oh, we're blessed with two.
Alexander does the show before me.
Really?
Yeah, and over every week.
What, you're the warm-up?
Yeah.
The main star.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Piers. But I think people do have a very spiritual relationship with classical music.
Yeah.
It's something that runs very deep within us.
Piers, who seems to be having a trouble with people's names this morning, called you Andrew Alexander.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was a great Daily Mail journalist. That's why I've got names.
And this morning he called a cabinet minister Mr. Lidderman when his name is Mr. Linton. But
apparently
old, you are called. People who know you well call you the wrong.
Oh, I get called Alistair all the time.
By
Alistair.
people you know.
Oh, somebody ran up to me the other day and said, "I'm your #1 fan, Alistair." I mean, really?
Why Alistair?
I don't know. It's a bit like Alexander, I suppose. I'm perfectly used to it. I'm just happy to be acknowledged.
What's the worst mistaken celebrity identity you've been confronted with?
Oh, I wouldn't begin to. Probably mine. I think I've probably called people the wrong name.
Do people call you Richard because they confuse you with your co-presenter?
I think they don't do that. I mean, luckily we're so, you know, he has different coloured hair. He exists on a different plane.
But he's sitting down all the time, so people don't realise how tall he is. Although you are tall yourself.
But a lot of people don't know that. They see me next to Richard and they imagine I fit into a pocket, I think.
I had a woman come up to me the other day and she said to me, "I absolutely love you." I said, "Oh, thank you." She said, I love your television work." Well, thank you. She went, "Oh, Top Gear, it's my favourite programme." And I went, "Please tell me you mean May, not..." And she went, "Jeremy, don't be so funny." Oh.
I was once hounded by... I was followed by a photographer who started shouting out to me, saying, "Oh, do you think the way you've treated the memory of the Queen's... the People's Queen, the Queen of Hearts..." He thought I was Paul Burrell. And that was...
There we go.
And
That's a good one.
I said, I am really not Paul Burrell. I put that one to bed now. Anyway.
You were involved in the Full Monty again this year, hugely successful.
It was the real Full Monty, and it was the Full Monty as well. So both those things. There are a couple of clues in the name, but it was it was lovely to do that. And you know, I think what's particularly nice is in the wake of it, you get so many emails from people who said, "We've now been and checked, and thank you so much. We've caught something early on." So
and have you been checked?
That was great. I have. I was checked live on air a little bit later on the morning, and on This Morning. By Dr. Chris. Yeah, no, he's
It's a really important issue. It's affecting too many people.
It is, and actually with so many matters, particularly relating to male health, it comes down to that male thing of people not talking about it.
Yeah, and you say you've been checked and you did it publicly.
Yeah.
Incredibly admirable. But you one of those men who won't go to the doctor because you're worried about talking about personal stuff or getting...
I don't know. I grew up, I'm the son of a doctor, so basically anything I ever brought up always...
Was instantly investigated?
No, not at all. My father would always say, "A good night's sleep will do you a power of good." What Dad's diagnosis to pretty much everything was.
So they take the completely opposite attitude.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
"Oh, you'll be fine."
Just man up.
You'll be fine. Yes, have an early night. You'll be absolutely fine. But, yeah.
So when are the awards?
The awards are... they're on the 13th of June.
Got your crib sheet there?
That's the one thing I don't know. But very exciting, because the Classic Brits have been away for a few years.
Yeah.
We are back because we have such a roster of new talent. I mean, phenomenal phenomenal new musicians emerging.
And you nominated in 2 awards sections.
That's
so
what you call charity. That's how they.
how are you not going to win?
I can tell you exactly because I'm up against people who are going to knock me out the park. I'm up for sort of best male performer, but I'm up against all kinds of phenomenal acts. So I'm not having a chance there.
Alistair, we wish you all the very best.
Thanks,
we really
thanks
do.
Paul.
When you're a household name like you, how could they not give it to you, Alistair? Good to see you.
Thanks
Now let's go to Laura with the